So it's been about 6 months since I moved to New York City and created this amazing studio space that I work in every single day. But I realized recently that I've never actually shown you guys around. So let's do that. This is what my desk basically always looks like when I'm working on a painting. So I have my oil painting palette on the desk, along with like some junk, dried leaves, my stationery like pencil case, some oil painting mediums, brush cleaner, plants, brushes, random stuff like my keys, AirPod case, whatever. And this is the pegboard area over here. I have all of my colored pencils, brushes, miscellaneous stuff, some old pieces. I worked on this a few weeks ago. And behind my computer, I have like just a random assortment of camera batteries, stickers, brush cleaner, washi tape, pencil sharpener, this cool thing that I found at a thrift store in St. Paul, Minnesota one time. And then above my desk, we have this gourd that I got. I just like it, the vibes. Okay, I like the autumn vibes. And then we have this, I think it's a Jade Pothos. She has been loving it over here. She just really, really thoroughly enjoys this space. She's got like viney tendrils just like going everywhere. And this over here is a Monstera Adansonii wide leaf, I think. I'm pretty sure. On this end of the desk, in this pot, she's looking a little bit sad, but mostly okay. And then we have over here on this shelf some old sketchbooks, journals and stuff, and a part of my art book collection, just a little snippet. I talked about a lot of these recently in my artist gift guide video if you're interested in seeing me talk about some of these. And then I typically keep all of my wax pastels in this case, and some more oil painting mediums, some acrylics. And in this camera bag over here, we have just like some bits and bobs from my camera and an old painting that I worked on a few months ago over the summer up there, because I don't have a place to hang it up yet, but I want to put it maybe somewhere over here. And then the gallery wall. Most of these are Lee Ellickson's. We have a few Natalie Anderson risograph prints, and I will try to tag all of these artists in the description. We do have like some Van Goghs. This is Jess Frank's work over here, these two landscapes. I took this photo of a sunflower field when I was in college. That is a Monet, I think. That is an Anita Asakawa print. I also have one of those in my bullet journal. Lots of Lee Ellickson. I forget who this is. Oh, this is Art with M over here. She's on YouTube. Highly recommend that you go subscribe to her channel because it's great content. I like to have all of the stuff that I love and inspires me over here. And it also really helps that as I expand this wall, I just build out the background for my content. So this is the angle that you guys are used to seeing, but most of my experience is like over here. I also have my computer on my desk most of the time, so I can like watch TV and do all of that stuff at my desk. And then below that we have my Wi-Fi router, charging cables, etc. And then over here, we've got my collection of empty panels. I have this bad boy over here that I'm trying to work up the courage and do something with. It's a little bit stressful just like sort of looking at it and realizing how big it is. And then over here, it's very overexposed. I don't want to show you guys where I live, but I have some plants and my bullet journal and the sketchbook that I'm currently working on over there. Shifting over here, we've got some plants, brushes, more brushes, oil painting mediums, more plants. And then finally, we've got my easel. This is what I'm currently working on. You guys will see that soon. And some work in progress paintings over here, cat stuff. Spooky loves to sleep here. He is currently asleep in there, but if we crouch down, you like completely cannot see him. He's just vibing in there though. He's having a good time. Now that we have covered the overview of the space, let's get into the drawers. So we're gonna start off with the drawer unit on this side of my desk. This is the junk drawer. As you can see, we've got a lot of stuff in here. I know where everything is. I know what all of it is. And that's just, yeah, I've got a Christmas card that I'm not supposed to open until Christmas. I've got some pens. I've got this magic eraser thing. I've got like these wall hooks that I need to install still, some wax pastels. This is Gorilla Glue, rubber bands. I mean, you know how it is. I feel like everyone has one of these drawers, and I'm not an organized enough person to not have one, so I just like acknowledge this is the space where all of the bits and bobs are gonna go, and then I just put them all in there. Once upon a time it was organized, but not so anymore. And then in this drawer, we have all of my watercolors, gouache, and some wax pastels. So this is my whole set of like regular gouache. I keep it all in this bag. And then this white to the end gouache is just loose. And then this is all of my acrylic gouache, plus like that, which I don't know what is doing in there, but that's regular gouache. All of this other stuff is Holbein acrylic gouache. Then we've got some watercolor paper, my watercolor palette, my gouache palette is this one down here, and some oil pastels. Then in this next drawer, this is also kind of a junk drawer. It's mostly like watercolor paper, lots of watercolor paper, some colored pencils, an old sketchbook, also for watercolor. And then in here, we've got some more oil pastels, a sewing kit, spackle for when we drill holes into the wall on accident that don't like match everything, and then some cans of paint. And this in here, this very mysterious looking object, is oil ground actually. So I keep it in here so it doesn't dry out, but basically what you do is you open it up, crack it open, spread it on like a whatever thing that you want to paint on with oils, and then you do 2 coats of this, letting it dry 1 week in between, and then you've got yourself a great panel prepared for oil painting. And then finally, in this drawer down here, this is also a junk drawer. So I've got rags for oil painting that I haven't started yet, pens, miscellaneous things, some like candle wax melt things, this Ethernet cable, and an oil painting apron down here if I want to use that. This drawer is a little bit tricky to close, but we get it. Trash can. I keep my other table easel down there. And then shifting over now to this drawer unit. This is a lovely Alex drawer unit from IKEA. Same with the other one, actually just in a different size. These are all my oil paints. I have them broadly organized by color. So we've got the reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, purple, pinks, and then browns. It's all in a system that makes sense to me, even though it's not like very pretty. And then in here, this is where my oil painting palette usually goes if I'm not using it actively. This is my most recent oil painting, and then we have some spare oil paints over here. This is a solvent gel, this is a new tube of white, and like lots of other tubes of white. I like to collect oil paints as well as use it, so I have a lot of colors. And then in the third drawer, we have lots of finished artwork. So I have this painting, which was the first exclusive Patreon video. So you can see that process over on Patreon, as well as like early access, podcast episodes, etc. Then we have like some other older paintings that you can see created on my channel. And then in this is like both like larger panels that are like thinner, as well as oil painting paper. So I have lots of arches, oil painting paper, and then this guy, this has like a twin over there, and you can basically just like stack in progress oil painting panels. I use it a lot when I lived in Alaska. And that is that drawer. And then yeah, down here we have lots of smaller panels, some like some brown paper that I want to keep for my bullet journal, some panels that I haven't prepped yet. Basically, like, this is all of my like sort of small panel storage, plus this vinyl contact paper that is like this nice wood tone that I used over the air conditioner unit over there. And yeah, that drawer basically never closes. It's just kind of tricky. And then this is where I keep more panels, some wood ornaments that I want to paint on, and packaging that I want to use when I open my store. So huge part of being an online creator, it seems like, or like an artist that like wants to open their own store, is like hoarding packaging. And I didn't realize I was gonna be that kind of person, but I totally am. And I just like have tons of drawers just filled up with packaging because I want to recycle it and use it when I package my own products, or like if maybe it's like the perfect size for something, you know what I mean? So I keep stuff that I think would work perfectly for use in the future, and that's just sort of why that drawer is really full. Again, I did not clean very much before this video because I just wanted to show you guys how the studio actually looks most of the time. Like most of the time it is broadly in this state, which is like honestly pretty clean. Like it's not like really dirty, it's not really messy, like everything has a place that it lives. Maybe that place is just not, you know, particularly organized. And then below my easel we have some unused plant pots, current painting in progress, brush storage, plant storage, my little furry friend, and this over here is lots of painting storage as well. I have a panel over here, my cutting mat, some very old paintings, some frames that I need to hang up, the normal stuff. Very like quick and dirty, fast studio tour video, but I do hope you guys enjoyed it. So I didn't really mean for the studio tour to get kind of unhinged, but I do feel like it suits me well as a creator. So if you're interested in seeing more of my content, you can see the creation of this studio by clicking over here in this video, and then over here I will have my vlog playlist. So yeah, kind of a chaotic video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.